So in this video, we're going to learn how to generate class exercises using schemarangu.com. So what you simply do from here is go where it says exercise/test. You click on that, right? So you just have to wait for it to load here. And once it's done, you can create exercises either from a scheme or from the syllabus itself. Okay. So for example, first I have to select my class level. I'll select Form 1 and I'm going to demonstrate using from scheme because it's pretty much the same, but I'm going to show you from this one. So from scheme, and then I'll then select the schemes that I've generated before. So let me just select history here. So once that's done, I press on continue. So here you can create classrooms, task, and then there you can set the formal exam. So I'm going to show you in the next video this one, but here we're dealing with classroom exercises. So these are your exercises, your homework, your test, and your remedial work. Right. So what you can do here, one, you can give it a title of what you want to do here. So I can even write history exercise, right? So here I can choose the type of task that it is. It's either an exercise, homework, test, or remedial work here. So let me just select remedial work and I can choose the number of questions that I want. This is out of 10 and the total marks that I want. So if questions are 10 and marks are 10, that means each question has 1 mark, right? So maybe I can do 15 here. And then in terms of duration here, it's 20 minutes. Maybe I'll say 30 minutes. And the difficulty easy, mixed, or challenging. So because this is remedial work, I want it to be, let's say, easy. So I'll just choose easy here. And then the question style, you can either choose short, structured, or mixed type of question. So I'm just going to choose mixed. And then I press on continue. So because here I'm choosing from my scheme, you can see these are the weeks for the scheme that I had generated. So from week 1 all the way to week 14. So I can select the lessons, the individual lessons from my scheme. So lesson 1 was geographical location of Mupungubwe. If you have seen throughout this whole course, this was the scheme that we had generated. So I can pick a lesson here. I can even go to week 4 and maybe just feedback, corrections. Week 4 has a lot of tests. Let me just check 5. Here it is a rise of the Great Zimbabwe. I can choose that one. I can also choose political. And then for 10 questions, let's see. Maybe let me just choose one more. Right, so those are the ones that I have chosen, right? So I can see them here for selected, and this is week 1 lesson 1, week 5 lesson 1, week 5 lesson 3, and then week 8 lesson 1. So these are the ones that I'm going to use. You can even click to remove if you no longer need one. So once I'm done with that, I press on continue. We'll then go to the question split. Basically, I'm now choosing how many questions do I want for this particular topic or from this lesson here, right? So either I can click auto distribute, then it will distribute automatically. It's saying 3, 3, then 2, 2, right? So these are 3 questions, 3 questions, then 2 questions, 2 questions, right? So that is a total of 10. So it will tell you here that this is 10 out of 10. But if it's something like this, you cannot generate, right? Because it's saying 9 out of 10 questions here. So you have to distribute them until they are 10 out of 10. So maybe let me just even say one question from here, and then maybe we'll have 3 questions from here. Say 3 questions from there, maybe 4. Let's say 4. So you can put any number you want as long as it gets to 10 out of 10. That's how you can press continue here. For auto distribute, it will just do it automatically for you. So then press continue. And then we are now doing marks per question. So question 1 is 2 marks, question 2 is 2 marks, question 3 has 2 marks, right? But you can also change this. You can say question 1, I want 1 mark, this one 1 mark, this one 1 mark, this one maybe I want 3 marks, as long as it's telling you here current 13 out of 15, right? So as long as it should get to 15 out of 15 there. So let me put 2 marks here, and maybe have gone over. It's now saying 16 out of 15. So maybe 2 marks there. So it's now 15 out of 15. So all the questions I can do mark allocation here. So once I'm done, I just click on generate task, and it's now creating that exercise, right? So just give it a minute or two, and it also depends on your network speed. So it's still generating. It will be done just now because these are shorter than schemes. They don't take a lot of time to generate. So you can see it is now done. So here it's just giving me the title if I want to change it. Here it's now remedial exercise early Zimbabwean states. The date if I want to change the date here. Learning area history, form 1, duration, total marks, all that. If I go down, you can see these are the instructions that is going to give the students. Answer all questions, read each question carefully before writing your answer. So you can change these instructions if you want, right? And then if you scroll down, we now have the questions here. Identify one major river near Mapungubwe Estate. State one factor that contributed to the rise of the Great Zimbabwe. And you can see these questions also have our mark allocations, right? So you just have to double check, because remember, AI just drafts for you and then you can edit here. All right, so if I scroll down, you also see that the answer sheet, or the answer here where it says teacher copy, you can click here, and if I now scroll down, you see that there's the answer key and the marking guide here. So these are the answers. So you just have to double check these answers as well, right? And the marking guide. This is the marking guide. And you have some teacher notes. This remedial exercise aims to reinforce understanding of the key features of early Zimbabwean states and all that. So these are some notes for the facilitator on what they should do. So after you are done editing and you are convinced that it is good to go, you can download these 3 files here. These 2 are basically the same. The PDF is already, it will be ready to be given to the learners so they can answer. So let me just download that one so that you see. Here it's how it looks, and it has the questions, right, and the instructions here, so you can give students. So the Word document will just be simpler, right, and you can edit to whatever you want, right? So it is something that you can now edit these questions, delete what you don't want, yeah, even remove this if you don't want it where it says scheme around. That's up to you, right? So you can edit that. And then the teacher PDF, we have the questions, right? But the second page will also have the marking guide, and the answer key, right? So here it's starting from here. The answer key is there, so that the teacher, you have your own copy whereby you can see the answers and the marking guide and the teacher notes that are just there, right? So that's basically it. But also what you have to take note, you can also add images if you want. So let's say, for example, let's say maybe question number 9, it's talking about 2 economic activities, right? So this is just an example where it says images for questions. The first thing, you need to choose the question you want to add an image to. So let's say here, question number 9, you can select question number 9, and I click here where it says open image slot. So now with that image slot done, it will paste that question here and then try to find out some images that you can use, right? But if there's no image that you can use here, what you can also do, so this is talking about economic activity. So let's see if we can find an image that we can use. So let me just clear this so that we can type here. So let me try and find if there is any mine. So here in scheme Rangu, there seems to be no image of a mine, right? So let's try. So if there's no image here that comes out that you want, you can also search the internet where it says search the open web here. So it's now searching the internet for that, for an image of a mine, right? So here are some images that are here, right? So let's see, I want this one. I just click on it. So it's now approved for question number 9, right? So if I want to add more images, I just go and maybe say question number 2, open image slot, and then just go through the same process, right? So if you now download your PDF, it will now have those images, right? So we just have this image that I just added, and also the mining image, which is here. But images from the internet, of course, they'll need a citation of where this image is, and that it is free to use and stuff like that. But definitely it will have a citation of where that image came from, right? So that's basically it. What is left here? Nothing really. So that's how you create exercises that come from your schemes. So how is from syllabus different? So basically the process is the same, but here we're just choosing topics from the syllabus, right? So I chose form 1 here, and I can say from syllabus, and then I choose the subject here. So let me just say history, then I press continue. So this process here is the same. If I press continue, the only difference is here now. Here you're just choosing from the topics. So for example, I was doing development of human societies before, right? So the main topic, then I choose the subtopic, which is state formation, and then I choose what I want to focus on here. So I want to focus on Mapungubwe state. I can add that content, and I want to focus on the Roji. Just click add that, and then I want to focus on the Billy state. I can add that. So I'm adding this from an overall focus, right? I can add the decline of the Matapa, that. So the only difference is that I'm choosing these topics from the syllabus, So they're on a broader state. It's not like broken down as it was in the scheme itself, right? So from the scheme, we could choose the rise of Great Zimbabwe. Here it's there, but some are not broken down like what you would do in a scheme, right? I hope you see the difference. But basically here you're just choosing from the syllabus. And then when I press continue, this process is pretty much the same. Here you're just allocating the questions that you want, how many questions for this and all that, or you just auto distribute. And here you can also do the mark allocation, and then you just generate. So it's pretty much the same process, but the first one you're choosing from the lessons from your scheme, and then the second one you're just choosing the topics and the focus from the syllabus itself. And here it's just the same. If you want to add pictures, you use this part. You can edit this